Hi guys, so we're going to look at what we've learned from this last video about how the H and the K and R are affecting the circle, right? So one thing that I want to mention is H uh, is telling us whether the circle goes up and down, right? I mean, sorry, left and right, right? And then this one is telling us if it's going up and down, okay? Let me write that maybe a little bit better, okay? So it's telling us if we're going to go up or down. Okay. What I actually want you to understand that this point H and K, if I put these numbers together, it's giving me the center of the circle. So right now it's 0, 0. So this is why we see the center of the circle being at 0, 0. If I actually change any of the numbers, so for example, I made H1, it's going to move it over to 1. And if I move it 3, 4, whatever, it moves to the right. So these numbers, H and K, are telling me where the center of the circle is at, okay? Let's not forget this, okay? And remember, the radius is telling me how big and small it is, okay? So I'm calling this the artist studio because we're gonna actually play around with this equation, okay? So I'm copying and pasting the equation because I'm gonna create another equation down here. So I copied it and pasted, okay? And what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm gonna change these numbers, okay? So first of all, let me change the radius. I'm gonna make it smaller. Let me make it maybe 4 units. So all of a sudden, it's K and H are at 0 and 0. That's why it's in the center, okay? But I'm actually gonna move it, okay? I'm gonna move it, and you guys are gonna see why. And I want to move the point to right here, okay? I'm gonna put my little circle right there, and I'm actually probably gonna make it a little bit smaller. So how do I do that? How do I make this circle go to that point at x equals -5 and y equals 5? Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so I want my y to be 5, so 5. Okay, I moved it up. And I want my x to be -5, so then technically I have to put a -5, okay? But normally what we do is we'll put some parentheses around here, okay? So look at what I did. I put -5 and 5, so I moved the circle over there, okay? And I'm gonna make this a little smaller. I'm gonna make the radius a little smaller than 4. I'm gonna make it, let's make it 2, okay? And look at what I did. I moved it over to this side, okay? Now I'm gonna do the same thing over here because what I'm actually gonna do, you guys, I'm creating a picture, right? Now I'm gonna keep the circle at 5 again, but now I want it to be right here. I want the other point to be here at this point, which is 5 and +5, right? So that means that I have to change something in this equation. So this is no longer -5. I'm going to switch it over and I'm gonna make it 5. Okay. What are you guys noticing? I hope you guys noticing what's happening here. Okay. Let me make another circle. Okay. This time I'm gonna keep this one at actually 0 in the center, okay, and at 0, okay, and I'm gonna make this circle a little bit smaller, okay. So let me clear everything that I've put right here. What do you guys notice? Yes, I think you guys are noticing. Now it's kind of like a little face, right? So what I wanna create now is I want to create maybe a mouth, right? Maybe a mouth right here, right? I want to draw it. So obviously I would like to create a happy face. So let's talk about what graph would give me something that looks like a happy face, like a little curve that goes like that, right? Well, if you guys don't remember, y equals x to the second power, right? It's a parabola. Now I need to bring it down. So how do I bring it down? Let's remember our transformations. Let me bring it down. I brought it down to 5. Now I wanted to make it wider. So let's see what happens. If I wanna compress this, do I go with a bigger number or a smaller number? So let's try a bigger number. What does 5 do? Uh-oh, that didn't work. So let's go with the opposite. Okay. So let's go with a decimal. Let's put 0.1. All right. Now I don't want the whole entire graph. So I'm gonna tell Desmos I only want it between -5. I want the y between -5 and I want it between -5 and 0. And there you go.